Hey everybody, this is Anna Chaos from Living with a Toy Collector and Raging Nerdgasm, and today I want to talk about our toys. Me and my husband Tom Chaos, we get a lot of questions about are our toys actually worth getting into? Especially these pop figures. People are picking them up like crazy, and we get that asked that question all the time. And the answer is it depends. It depends what you're buying. Are you buying it because you're looking to an investment in the long term and you hope to get your money back in the future? Or are you buying it because you like it? So it comes down to supply and demand. Now, one of the main toy lines that a lot of people know from art toys, there's two of them. One of them is called the Tokidoki line, and the other one is the Kid Robot. Now, I'm going to look at some of my notes here on the side because there's a lot of things to cover. But the Kid Robots is the one they have the Dunnies, the Money, and the Labbits. The Dunnies are the ones that are like about 3-inch figures like this big. I don't have one on me. I'm sorry, I'm in my remote location, North Carolina. And they come in like all kinds of different paints on them, so they're pretty cool. The Monies, a lot of people know them as the custom ones. They pretty much come blank, and then you can go ahead and you can paint them. And then you have the Labbits, and I'm not very key on the Labbits. I think it's weird. It's a rabbit with a cigarette. I don't really care for it, but people go bananas over it. So Kid Robot is one. The other one you'll find is one called Tokidoki, and I'm going to show you one here shortly. One that I picked up recently. There's the brand right there, Tokidoki. Tokidoki. All right. And they are another mainstream art toy line. And just like Kid Robot, you mainly find them in what I call mainstream hipster stores. For example, like if Borders were still around, you will find them in Borders. You can still find them in Barnes and Nobles. We have a store up here called Second and Charles. You find them there. And every once in a while, you'll find them in like record stores or places that sell specific toys. You will find like Kid Robot and Tokidoki, and that's the ones that people knows the most. All right, so they're pretty cool. Now, recently I picked up this piece right here. This is called the Sahara piece. It's an 8-inch vinyl figure, pretty bitchin'. I actually found it stuffed in the corner in a glass cabinet at the Second and Charles from down the street. I got very fortunate. I picked this guy up for around $35. Like I said, it was just kind of shoved in the corner. I kept walking by it. No one ever bought it. And I'm like, you know what? Today, I am going to pick it up. And I did pick it up. I come to find out a little bit more about this figure. This was released in October of 2007. It was released on 5 different formats. The headpiece right here, this, was released in red, white, yellow, glow in the dark, and black. The red and white that were released 300s. The yellows they released 500 with a small like figurine right beside it. The glow in the dark was a San Diego exclusive, and they only made, I believe it was 50. Yes, it's around 50 of them. And in the black one, which is the one I picked up here, they only made 100 of these. So what does that mean? That means versus a pop figure where they make thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of these where you can find them at Toys R Us and Walmart. This a unique piece right here, and this actually will probably retain its value in the long run. They only made about 100 of these. I got very lucky to pick it up just out of curiosity. And the only 2 postings I've been able to find has been 2 figures for the white one that were ranging for about anywhere between $40 to $60 after shipping. The only black one that I found is from overseas, and it went about $220 plus because they made such a limited run of these. Now, if you're into the pop figures, you know, that's good for you. I don't really care for them. I don't like things that are mass produced. I like things that are like more unique or different, or you know, they're just rare. You don't see them every day. The pop figures, I actually like them. You can actually pick them up and you can like custom paint them. Believe it or not, I actually picked these up at a Tuesday mornings for, sorry, I'm not used to seeing this backwards, $2.99 each. Now, normally these retail for about, you know, $9.99. I've been seeing them at Walmart, Toys R Us. I've been seeing them all over the place. And my fear is, just like a lot of mass-produced figures, you know, people that are collecting these, it's going to be just like the, what's it called, the little plushie figures. They were everywhere for a while there, and I'm drawing a blank right now. The little plush toys. Drawing a blank. Whatever. You want to put the comment below what it is, that's fine. Everybody knows about them. They were everywhere. Beanie Babies. Beanie Babies. That's what it was. And, I mean, I'm starting to see these showing up at the flea market. I mean, seeing them for like $1 or $2. in the package for $3. I mean, that's not really retaining the value very well. And I know that this is because, I bought this Tuesday morning, so like a secondary type retail store. But even my husband, he gets people trying to trade him stuff for these pops, and nobody's taking them. They're getting to the point that um, it's kind of like sports figures. There's just so much of it, and nobody cares. So if you love puff figures, check out Tuesday morning. $2.99. You can't beat that. If you love to make custom vinyl figures, $3. You cannot beat that. But as for retaining the value, maybe a couple of these will, but in the long run, I just don't see it. There's just too much of it. The rarer the piece, the more it's worth. The more there are, the less it's worth. And I mean, that's just business 101. So, but anyway, this has been Anna Chaos from With a Toy Collector and Raging Nerdgasm, and I hope to hear from you guys soon. And please don't be shy to post a comment below. Peace. Bye bye.